Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with Channel Disturbance. This is a T-34-2G FT, Tier 7 Chinese tank destroyer. It's located on the north spawn of Redshire and it's under the command of Zamri Pororo. Now this tank destroyer, very much like the Su-122-44. Game started. It's built on the T-34-2 hull, or rather it was supposed to be, but it never was built. This is a fake tank, I'm afraid. It never existed. But it's Wargaming's idea of what the Chinese would have done if they'd manufactured something like an Su-122-44. So it's got a very low profile, and if he's got the top gun, he's got a 122mm gun, which yes, he has got. 390 Alpha, penetrating 192mm of armour with standard ammo, goes up to 250 with a heat round. Now he's made his way quite deep into territory, which is normally where the light tanks will go, trying to spot everyone. And he's using the bushes to try and get sighting on the enemy, and he's actually found quite a few. Yep, he's found quite a lot, and he's actually spotting for some damage as well. Oh, but he was seen, and he just took a round from an E2. Yep. And he needs to get out of there, otherwise he's going to take another round. Yeah, the M4A3E2, the Sherman Jumbo, put a round into his side because he wasn't fully concealed. So that's how he saw him. You see, one side of the vehicle is just outside the bush, and Zamri didn't really spot that. You see, if you look from that angle, you could actually see it, but, well, he's now back in the bush. Well, now he's actually back out of the bush again. One half of his vehicle is. I think he was counting on the guys behind him not being able to see him. It's a rather unusual position for a tank destroyer to be in. But he is getting some spotting, and he's got up to 997 hit points, and I think he's about to start putting some punishment on the enemy. Ah, no, he didn't get that, but he was using the bush mechanics, so the enemy didn't see it, and he's now earned a spotter. And that time he got the round into the Leo, not the target that he aimed at, the T-43 or the T-49, I think it was the T-43, yes. So he actually hit the wrong target, but they were all bunched together, so which makes it easy. Going for the Challenger. Yep, nice. That's a higher tier opponent. Or is it? No, it's a tier 7 as well. I'm getting my tiers wrong. Ah, Challenger goes down with that round. It's 390 Alpha. And he didn't manage to finish off the Leo there. Probably get it this time. Yes, got him. Now the other gun option that you can have with this tank is actually to get the 100mm. It does less damage, but it does have a much faster fire rate, and that can be quite useful. Okay, we see that T-43, he's trying to cross, going over the river. I wonder if he's actually going to try and get up behind Zamri. It might be a good idea for Zamri to move to somewhere a little safer. The next set of bushes along might be helpful, or he could go up to that tank destroyer position that's currently located in A8. That little area there. Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do. It's a really handy little position they put this in, and I'm pretty sure that Wargaming deliberately put it in for tank destroyers, because of course you can look straight up at the Zeppelin, and if enemy tanks break through, then you get free shots at them until they get too close. Well, the Leo went up fairly close to where Zamri was, and now he's got an OI. I don't think the OI can see him, but he can see the OI. Gets his first round in. He was seen, so he pulled back. The OI is now one shot for him, only 13 hit points, so any shot will do. Even an HE round fired near him will probably take him out. And he's being very reluctant to pull up, but he was seen there. I think it's the T-43 that we saw the T-43 redeploying, and he's actually chasing after Zamri. So it looks like he's really got it in mind to get revenge on Zamri for the shots. And he's trying to come round. Zamri knocks the tree over to give him a bit more cover to work with. The T-43 is locked on, and yes, he's got him. Yeah, an auto aim derp. Now, who's he going to get next? He could take out the OI easily. Oh, he's got a patrol duty now. He's actually spotted 6 enemy tanks whilst they were being damaged and being the only one spotting them. And yep, and you can see somebody was trying to get him there, and I think that was an Arty round. Yep, the enemy has 2 Arty. They've got a Crusader and an M44. Let's bring that up on the list. Yeah, there we go. Now, I've lost sight of the T-150 because he's actually gone down to the river near the crossing. And there goes a Tiger P, who could probably get the top of his hull. And he does! And a high roll at that, 429. Pulls back into cover to avoid any Arty shot. Yeah, they are getting close, those guys, those heavy tanks. It might be a really good idea for him to redeploy, but I think he wants to use this position because he likes it. Well, if it's working for you, do it. Just keep bearing in mind that you might die very quickly and very suddenly. Going for the Leo. Oh! The shell zoomed past him, but I don't think he was seen. But the Leo knows he's here. Fires one in that general direction. Didn't get the kill. Backing up again. The reload time, 7.68 seconds, which is actually quite good for a 122. And he was protected there by the Challenger on his team, who took out the Tiger P. And here comes the T-150. Oh, did take a big round. That looks to me like the T-150 has actually got the ZIS, the 107mm. Okay, Arty's still chasing him up this alley, and he's now right at the very back. There's no further he can go. Of course, Arty might take that into account. Would be a good idea for him to pull forward. They're one tank up on the enemy at the moment, but they could change that momentarily if they can kill more of these heavies. And there's that Leo. He's come back again. You just caught a glimpse of him over by the hill, and he's been killed. The Leo was killed by our Leo. Okay, so now he's spotting again for the team. The T-150's been seen, but so was Zamri, and the Arty's still trying to get him. Yeah, and he's hovering. Oh, that was a good shot from one of our Artys. We've got a Hummel and a GW Panther. Okay, he's auto aimed on. And takes out the T-150 with one shot. Potentially that's the high caliber. And that allows the Challenger to go up the heavy alleyway and head towards the Zeppelin. Okay, I think he's going to take a more direct route here. Yep, I think he's going to go via the hill. Either that or by the valley next to the hill. Yep, there's only 3 enemies left. They've got a VK3001P, the M44 and the Crusader SP. So it does very much look as if they've got it in the bag. Zamri's got 4 kills. He could potentially get a Top Gun, but he probably will maybe just get one of the last remaining enemy. Now, the T-34-2G FT, well, it's shaped like the SU-122-44. It's got that very, very well angled, well raked front shield, and so it does tend to bounce a lot of shells, and it looks almost identical to the the SU-122-44. Almost identical, not quite the same. Not exactly. Looks very similar, that's all. Well, they've reached the cap area, but still haven't found the last Arty, the M44. Zamri thinks he's in that corner. And he might be in that corner with a VK. Oh, now we just lost. The M44 just killed the Challenger. Now, I wonder where he is. Is he in that pocket? Well, Zamri's ignoring the pocket. It looks to me... Oh, there's the VK, the other side. And maybe the M44 is over in the far west corner of the map. He's locked on to the VK. VK is killed by the GW Panther, and that means now his top gun is not possible. He's still potentially got the high caliber, and he's already definitely got the patrol duty. He just needs to find that last enemy, the M44. I'm sure he's not going to cap out. He wants the extra damage. The thing is that Zamri is actually trying to mark his T-34-2G FT, so that's the reason he needs the damage. And yet they found the M44 and the Leo finishes him off, and that's the end of the game. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats and see how well he did. Well, surprisingly, that was an ace tanker in that game. Zamri Perora got an ace tanker in the T-34-2G FT. He managed to get a spotter for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, and he got that fairly early on when he was sitting in the bush watching the tanks go up and down that hill. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 5 exactly, and he got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4. He managed to get a 5 for effect as well for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. A high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a patrol duty for spotting at least, well, being the only one spotting at least 6 enemy vehicles whilst they were damaged. And that's pretty good actually. I think he was spotting the guys who were coming down from the Zeppelin and allowing the rest of the team to punish them. He earned 2,551 hit points of damage from that game. The next high scorer was the MXAC Mili 46, the tank destroyer, the French tank destroyer. He got 2,127 for that game. And the next high scorer was the M44 on the enemy team with 1,916. When it came to kills, he's got the highest number again with 4 kills, 3 kills to the Leo, 2 to the MXAC 46, the Crusader 5.5, the M44 and the VK3001P. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,367 base experience points for Zamri, 831 for the Leo and 630 for the GW Panther. Oh, and the Hummel wasn't that far behind with 611. He fired 13 rounds, got 8 direct hits and 8 penetrations. The 122mm gun is actually fairly decent. I think it's really just the reload time and the fact that the 100mm is a lot faster to load, so you can potentially do more damage per minute. But the 122mm compensates for that with big alpha. 2,551 hit points of damage, of which 1,676 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits, both were penetrations, and 1 hit by way of splash damage as well from the Arty. 5 enemy vehicles spotted, 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, and 2,603 hit points of damage assistance. On a free-to-play account, he earned 37,747 credits, and after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, took away a loss of 26,561 credits. And the reason? Yes, he was using premium ammo, I'm afraid, yep, and that does make a big difference to the cost. 1,367 base XP, and there was no multipliers, so that's all the experience points he took away. So he's got his first ace, or is this his first? I don't know, but he's got a decent ace in the T-34-2G FT. I wonder how he'll do after a little bit of practice. Well, let's see. I've got another replay from him, and that'll be coming up very shortly. So thanks very much for watching this. Do subscribe to our channel if you can, please, and see you soon.